This title is narrated with virtual voice, computer-generated narration for audiobooks. Come Back Tour by Marian Black. Chapter 1. Rock Bottom has a nice view. The kid couldn't keep time to save his life. Dom Castellano watched the teenager's fingers fumble across the frets of a beat-up Squier Stratocaster, the kind of cheap guitar every beginner started with. The same kind Dom had learned on back when dinosaurs roamed the earth and he still believed in things like destiny and talent meaning something. No, stop! Dom held up a hand, and the discordant noise mercifully died. You're rushing it. The whole point of Wonderwall is the space between the notes. You're playing it like you're late for something. The kid, Tyler? Trevor? Dom had already forgotten, scowled down at the guitar. 17, maybe 18, with that particular brand of suburban angst that made him dress like he'd robbed a Hot Topic. This song is boring. Then why'd you ask to learn it? My girlfriend likes it. Ah. Dom leaned back against the kitchen counter of his cramped studio apartment, arms crossed. Pro tip: learning guitar to impress a girl never works out the way you think it will. Worked for you though, right? The kid looked up with something that might have been curiosity. I mean, you were in a band. You must have gotten nothing, Dom interrupted, sharper than he meant to. We're here to talk about your timing, not ancient history. Again, from the top. The lesson dragged on for another 20 minutes before Dom mercifully released the kid back into the wild. $40 cash, which would cover approximately half of what he owed on the electric bill. He added it to the envelope in the kitchen drawer marked, "Utility shit," right next to "groceries," and "please God let me make rent." The apartment was quiet once the kid left, footsteps echoing in the stairwell outside. Too quiet. Dom hated the quiet. It left too much room for thinking. He made coffee because it was something to do, standing at the counter while the ancient Mr. Coffee gurgled and spat. The kitchen window looked out over a parking lot where someone's car alarm had been going off intermittently for 3 days. Beyond that, the gray Portland skyline pressed against an even grayer October sky. Beautiful city, they said. Rain meant growth, meant life. Mostly it just meant everything stayed damp and depressing. His phone sat on the counter, face up. Dom knew he shouldn't pick it up. Nothing good ever came from scrolling social media at 3 in the afternoon when you were 42 and teaching teenagers songs they didn't want to learn. But he picked it up anyway, because self-preservation had never been his strong suit. The algorithm, in its infinite cruelty, had decided to show him a BuzzFeed article. Where are they now? The spectacular crashes of 90s alternative rock. Dom's thumb hovered over the screen. He should close it. Make more coffee. Practice the guitar himself. God knew he needed it. Call his sponsor. Literally anything else. He clicked the link. There he was, number 3 on the list. Right between the guy from that one-hit wonder band who'd become a youth pastor and the woman from the Riot Girl group who was now a successful real estate agent in Tampa. Dominic Dom Castellano, Savage Theory. The photo they'd used was from 2005, the night of their MTV Music Awards performance. Dom at 22, shirtless under a leather jacket, eyeliner smudged, hair artfully destroyed. He was laughing in the photo, head thrown back, genuinely happy in that way you could only be when you were young and high and convinced you were immortal. The photo next to it was from 2015. TMZ had gotten it outside the courthouse. Dom at 32, looking 45, hollow-eyed and gray. The day he'd pled no contest to the DUI. The same week the band had officially announced their breakup. After a string of increasingly erratic behavior and multiple stints in rehab, Castellano's self-destruction reached its peak in 2015 with a very public meltdown that ended Savage Theory's already troubled reunion tour. While former bandmates Sawyer Wayne and Mara Kowalski have gone on to successful solo careers, Castellano has largely disappeared from the public eye. Reports suggest he's been sober since...
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.